Hey everybody, this is Beelit, and this is episode 17 of Injustice 2 Online. In this episode, you are seeing a little bit of Catwoman gameplay. Catwoman is a fairly difficult character to deal with. I definitely feel like this matchup, Catwoman and Wonder Woman, is in Catwoman's favor. A lot of things that Catwoman does just kind of naturally shut down Wonder Woman's game plan. That jump 2 really kind of conquers Wonder Woman's space that she really is built around, and without that, she's not got much. So I don't actually recall how this match goes, but one of the big things with Catwoman is her staggers, and I'm not entirely sure if this player was using the staggers as well as they could have. So we will see how that goes. I did have a read there on the wake up and had just enough health to absorb that hit and finish out the life bar, but a cat dash is coming. I'm looking for it, just a little bit too soon. So yeah, I knew it. I think we both knew that I knew it, and it just kind of worked out in the other player's favor this time. Cannot back 2. You cannot do that in this matchup, silly Beelit. How dare you? What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Now look for the back 2. I got a punish there on the whiff. Some people are saying that you couldn't whiff punish the back 3. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, you can very clearly punish the back 3 on whiff. You can't do it on block, but you can do it on whiff. It might be kind of fast, but it's not that bad. Now I think I'm probably gonna go for a side swap. No, I just go for the damage. I didn't want to mess up. Oh, buddy. So I do have to break, even though I don't have the meter advantage here. I mean, it's either die or die a little bit later. So maybe tied me? Wants the meter? Oh no, I remember this one now. Oh no. Oh, that should have been a shield toss. That should have been an air down shield toss instead of a jump back 3. Oh no. So a few bad decisions by that Catwoman player that they really didn't have to go to, and that ended up giving me the game. Here is Harley. I think Harley actually beats Wonder Woman pretty well in this game, but I just didn't give the Harley an opportunity here, and I don't think the Harley was all that experienced as well. I was working a lot of sweeps on wake up, which I don't really think is all that great against Harley, but it is a low, so you know, there's that. If she's trying to walk backwards, then I guess it works, or just expecting the back 2. And eventually I did a back 2 on the wake up, so I guess Wonder Woman has mix-ups then. So yeah, getting into this, I think this Harley player just either wasn't all that familiar with what I had to throw out, or just maybe wasn't all too familiar with Harley herself, or I maybe was just playing really well. I don't know. Either way, didn't quite work out the way that I expected to. I definitely expect Harley to have the advantage in this one. Instant air gunshots are really good, and the hyenas as well. So yeah, this is against Black Canary. Black Canary ideally loses this matchup. The problem is, where you're seeing right now, she's just going full screen and building meter. Well, that actually is kind of an issue for me, because I can't afford to have Black Canary having too much meter, because all it takes is one hit, and just like that, oh thank goodness, and just like that I am in the blender, and that is no bueno. So let's see if I side swap. No, just go for damage into the trait. I actually got Hermes. I wonder if I'm actually going to use it at all. I'm very worried about the, that's why I'm not using it. I'm worried about the trait here. So if I do go backwards, that would be a little bit too easy for the Canary to call the trade in. So I think I didn't do it again. Normally when someone parries me, I like to do it again just to tell them I'm not scared to do it, and I'm not impressed, essentially. But that was a very, very good trait from the Black Canary player. They stood right outside the shield toss and got the trade. So really good play. That was a meaty freaking overhead. They're getting a little bit too big for their britches on those parries. Yeah, people feel themselves really hard for getting parries. But yeah, I still worry about punishing parries, which is kind of unfortunate. You shouldn't have to worry about punishing a parry, but some of them can be so active that yeah, you're just better off either, if you can think about it, to just mash out sweep, or just, you know, try to pressure them afterwards once you clearly see that the parry is done. I do believe I lose this match, and I haven't lost to many Black Canary players, but this person was actually pretty good. They seem to have a good idea of how to approach a matchup like this. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, that could have been the game. Is it? Did I actually win this? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. There it goes. Back three. Very smart, and yes. So yeah, pretty good Black Canary. I think Black Canary ideally loses the matchup, but you can never account for getting hit once, and then just guessing wrong. So yeah, I hesitate to say too much about a character like Black Canary losing a matchup. Same thing with Flash. I hesitate too much. I'll very easily say that, you know, the neutral game may be in someone else's favor, but offense can be really difficult to put a number on when it gets to a certain strength level. So yeah, I do think Black Canary is a really good character. A lot of people downplayed her. I don't think she's that bad that people were kind of coming to. I think that in the future she's hopefully not going to get buffed, but I think she's going to start becoming a bigger and bigger problem just kind of naturally into the future, just because people are going to start figuring out how to really maximize their mix-ups with her, and they're also going to figure out how other people play their characters. And as soon as they do that, I think you're going to be seeing a lot of success with Black Canary. But here we're against a Batman player who, I mean, I don't know, not doing any of the quote-unquote technical Batman stuff. They're actually, honestly, kind of playing Batman like I play Batman. Except I don't wake up slide as much until I want to make a statement, I guess. But I think they're going to it a little bit more than I would. And I think we should be just about, yeah. Ooh, the hard read on the jump in. Oh, that's how you know I was feeling myself. Or I was really upset. So I don't know what happened in the game before I played that, but either someone ticked me off a lot, or I was all over myself. That was some self-love right there. So here's Darkseid. I think Darkseid's a really, really good character. I don't think people play him well. I think people look at him to be a just by the numbers zoning character, and I think he's a little bit more of a kind of, I think he's kind of close to Zod in a sense, and not just because his hands are behind his back. I think what he wants to do is set up his zoning and put his trait up, and then once he gets his trait, then go for the mix-ups, because you're going to have to block the traits. He's going to teleport in, and now you're going to have to guess between instant air stomp, which is a low, or his I believe it's back one, which is overhead. And once that happens, Once he calls that trade in, sends it out, and teleports, you're stuck. You're freaking you're stuck. So you're going to have to block, and if you do not do a very good job of blocking, you're going to have a very bad time. And I don't think that you can consistently do a very good job of blocking this character. I think it's foolproof. I think it's a solid game plan, and it's just whether or not you can fulfill it, and whether or not your opponent can figure out what you're going for and figure you out. I don't think it's necessarily a gap issue why people aren't having as much success with Darkseid as I think they should be. I think it's more of a player issue right now, and the game is still fairly young. It's only a month and a half old at the time of me making this video. Wow, that's really weird to say. It came out mid-May, right? So right now is July 6th. So it's been, yeah, well, it's approaching 2 months. It's approaching 2 months. It's close. Wow, that's still really weird. It seems like there's been so much going on in just a short amount of time. Anyway, this player is actually someone that I played in Injustice 1. He played Sinestro, and this was during the time I was still playing Batman. So very early on in Injustice 1. And we played each other then, and I won. I think we had did we have a set? We might have had a set that we played. And it was really fun. It was really, really enjoyable. And we met each other this time in Ranked. And he's playing Cyborg now. Of course, now I'm playing Wonder Woman. And we had another really, really enjoyable match. I sent him a message afterwards saying, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I remember you from Injustice 1. And he actually did remember me as well. So that was pretty neat. I definitely enjoyed that. But there was a lot going on here. I have played Cyborg before in Injustice 1 quite a bit. Shoutouts to Just Too Swift. And so there were a few things that I knew to look for. I knew to look for that zip wire, which I think he understood I was looking for. There was one point where I jumped backwards and he did the zip wire, and I think that was his oh crap moment where he's like, oh, I think he's looking for that. So right now, all I'm trying to do is just make sure I've got him contained as much as possible. And that back two very rarely anti-airs. So I was very, very happy that it did. I did not expect that at all. So right now, just trying to keep him contained, get the right distance here to harass, but not give him any openings. And there we go. That was a freaking nail biter and a half as I was playing it. I really freaking enjoyed the match. I absolutely loved it. I wish I had, you know, the opportunity to play him a few more times, but that match was really, really freaking fun for me to play. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was quite intense. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd support it. You can do that by leaving a like or sharing it with someone that you think might like it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys next time.